Hey there, this is Stu with Autel. We're here today. We're going to go through some calibrations on the new IA1000. We've got a 2025 Volkswagen Atlas, and we're going to go through a few of the calibrations, the forward-facing. We are going to do the radar in the front, and then we're going to try to end up doing some of the calibrations in the back. Part of these you can do dynamically, and most all of them, though, do have a static calibration that we're able to do. So anyway, let's jump right in. I've got my VCI already hooked up. I do have, I believe I have my key turned on, which I do. We have 11.7 volts. I've already looked at that. That is okay. We would like it over 12 volts. So get yourself a clean power supply. Make sure you have good battery voltage when you're doing calibration work. No different than programming. Make sure it's clean. A good power supply is really the way to go. Okay, we're going to start off with the repair order. I'm going to use this as 25 Atlas, and we're going to do this as a demo today. So, okay, that's what I put in for the repair order. This will VIN the vehicle, so this automatically went ahead and read the VIN. Then it's going to ask what year range is this. This is identifying as a 25 Atlas. The DOIP protocol, do you want to use this? I'm actually going to hit no on this particular vehicle. Don't believe we need it. When you would need it, you would just follow the prompts on how do you access and how do you use DOIP during your protocol testing. Okay. All right. So I hit no, and we're going to walk through hopefully here in just a second. So, all right. So this is the first thing. I know we get a lot of questions around this. The SFD unlock is required for the current model, is what this is saying. Know that it's very hard to identify each and every vehicle. The manufacturer's changing this all the time. We're just telling you right up front, you're more than likely going to need the tokens in order to access your modules. I'm going to walk through this today without using the tokens and show you some things to look for. And hopefully you get a little idea of how these Volkswagens work and understand what to look for. Okay, so I'm going to hit continue. I'm not going to link. I'm not going to purchase anything. I'm just going to move forward in this particular calibration. Okay, we will fault scan the vehicle. Hit OK. It's going to go through a quick fault scan, and we'll see what type of codes are in this particular vehicle. At this point, if we wanted to upload any images or do really around the car DVI inspection, we could do that. I'm going to hit no at this point. At the end, we're going to end up adding a ton of pictures and add that into the post scan of this particular. Also, if I wanted to do a alignment pre-check, I could do that at this point. I'm going to hit no. I did that earlier. Everything is good on this particular vehicle. Now that I've hit and did the pre-scan on an Autel, you always back out. You go back in, you look at history, and we're going to jump right into the post scan. Okay, with post scan now I'm able to do diagnostic work. I can clear codes. I couldn't do that with the pre-scan. Pre-scan is about capturing the data as the vehicle comes to you. We want to document it, and you want to, if you're in a mechanical shop and you're just doing this for maintenance, that's your opportunity to self-service, right? If you're in the body shop world, you're there to capture the information so that you can pull your estimate together for the insurance carrier. Okay, so let's jump right into a calibration. We want to do the front sensor driver assistance system first. Static. Replace the front windshield. Level floor. We need at least 59 inches in front of this vehicle. 1500 millimeters. This would be the targets that you're going to need. We have the target setting over here right now. We'll use a distance target. So I got to connect the cameras. This will be in the settings of the tool. You would click this, as you can see in the tool right here, and we will connect our scan tool to the frame at this point. Okay. Should be connected. We'll back out after it's initialized like so. Now we'll hit start. You're going to see the frame start moving, right? This is going to do all your frame angles, your roll angles, your pitch angles, your offset, the front and rear, the sliding blocks, everything is moving, okay? And it's going to actually go center up with this particular vehicle. All right, so I need my distance target first, and it's saying to put it in the center of the wheel. So that's what I'm going to do first. Okay, it just took that reading. So now we know that measurement. It's going to ask to move these down for our big target. We're going to put our big target on. Hit OK. Should ask for the target next. This is the target. These are heavy. They're built nice. Made to factory OEM specs. Each of our targets fit, form, function OEM to the T. So if your question, you can go to our website, go to the Auto Glass Safety Council conformance policy that we've put in place. It's where we have stated, and we have went through the Auto Glass Safety Council. These are 100% OEM specific, and we guarantee it. All right, so let's go to our distance. We're going to move our frame. It's asking me to go to 1,574 millimeters. All right, so we're going to move it on up here. Oop, going a little far. There we go. So our offsets. So the frame, once it's all in the green like so, should be able to take over. It should actually, look, it started moving right there. As you can see, we have a little bit of a pitch in this particular floor. This floor is around 2-degree pitch to the passenger side. We can accommodate for that, as it just did right there. It actually accommodated for that 2-degree slope to get perfectly in line with the vehicle. All right, so this will be the wheel housing height. You would measure up to the top of the wheel housing in millimeters, which I done earlier. It's 844 for your reference. They were all within a millimeter of 2. So this is going through the calibration process as we speak. Okay. Just follow the prompts and watch for the calibration to go through. So the first thing it's going to ask me to do, turn the ignition off, and believe it's taking the reading in. When you do that, keep the ignition off, turn the ignition back on. Okay, it was successful. So our values have been determined. All of our specified values are there and entered into the camera system. So that was easy. That first calibration was really easy. No token needed. So just for the record, this is a 25 Atlas. ADAS calibration did not need a token for the forward-facing camera. I'm not saying that any other systems might not need a token, but that system did not need it. Let's do that adaptive cruise control. So this takes a really high-priced mirror, actually. This is one of the most expensive parts that we actually sell in our ADAS kit. And I believe we go on this side for this particular cal on this vehicle. We need at least 47 inches in front of the vehicle. We're going to hit yes. Select the position of the component to be calibrated. Okay. Here's your required tools that you will need. Hit start. Don't forget to move those target brackets out of the way. Distance target. Now this one will go right at the front bumper. So we're doing a different measurement. We'll get this lined out right here, even with the front bumper. Okay. Let's move our frame back just a little bit. Okay. It took that reading. The camera's got to be able to see that target. When it's sitting that close, it's not going to see it. All right, here's our reflector that I've already installed. It has one, two, is it three positions? Yeah, three positions on this particular reflector. We'll hit OK. Go ahead and read the instructions. It said number 2. And then we're also going to reposition this frame. So this will put it in the right distance. We need to be at 1376. I'm a little close. We're going to pull it on back a little bit. Get our angle a little closer. There we go. Hit next. Hit start. This should reposition everything perfectly with the car. As you see, it just repositioned everything. Really cool. Once it comes into spec, calculating all these readings, it'll let you move forward. Okay, open. Turn on the sliding plate laser. So that you'll see open and close on the scan tool. The open and close means off and on. So open means that's turning on the sliding laser. You're going to see a laser come right out of the center of that. So as you can see, that laser is pointed right there. As you can see that. We'll hit a nice screenshot of that. How about that? So now we can actually put that in our report, which is kind of cool. So we're in position. We're going to hit OK. Adjust the bubble so that it's in the center of the bubble level. So you're going to see that right here. Let me get that back to the camera again. So there's our bubble level. Okay. Engine off. Ignition on. Vehicle is not in start-stop mode. Okay. You hear a beep. We're going through the calibration right now. All right, successful. So our horizontal angle was 0.59. The vertical was actually a negative 0.09. So this is very tight calibration. We'll be doing the rear calibration. You need to roll this out. Lay the pattern, measure the distance between the center of the rear wheels, 1400 millimeters to 2000 millimeters in the marked line. Ensure the distance on both sides are the same. See if we can see our laser. Okay. Measure the height of the rear camera and input it into the diagnostic tablet. So 1016. 40. Calibration okay. Vehicle communication, we want to post scan everything. We want to add some pictures, make sure all these systems are working. So we want to upload, we want to attach some pictures. Take a picture here. any of our other screenshots right here. So calibration okay, calibration successful. Here's the measurements here. All right, I want to take one other one that shows really the bay, what we did this in, the vehicle. Okay, VIN number. Report to cloud. We're going to save it to the cloud and view the report. Here's the calibration. So front camera calibration, it succeeded. Okay, here's all the specs. Here's this documented exactly where we placed it. ACC calibration was successful with the reflector. Blind spot detection sensor, that's a dynamic, which we will end up verifying out on our test drive. And then rear view camera, which was a static. We just performed that. We added our documentation. As you can see here, all of our pictures are in that report. Nice calibration on all this. Actually, this went through pretty seamless. Okay, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for other videos on the IA1000. We will be going through a lot of around view map placements, as we're going to show a lot of how these lasers work with that. We're going to show off these digital target boards. So a lot of these smaller vehicles that have the small targets, we will show that on the next vehicle that has that capability. Until next time, thank you. This is Stu from Autel. Hopefully you got a little something out of this. If you want to learn more about our products, go to our website, autel.com. Go to the ADAS menu, contact one of our experts. There's a nice little, really on every page, you can get there and fill out a request. We'll call you. We'll go through a consultation with you. We want to help you with all this. There's a lot of revenue opportunity here, but putting vehicles back safely is really the main thing we want to hit home. Okay, so thank you. We appreciate you. Talk to you soon.